Welcome to Buddhist Daily. This is your dose of meditation. Please leave your questions in the comment section below. The following is Lama Dawa teaching and discussing meditation with Tao.
Welcome to Buddhist Daily. This is our meditation series. Last week we discussed what is meditation. You could check it out on our YouTube channel, Buddhist Daily. I'm Tal, your host, and here to answer your questions is Lama Dawa. Please submit your questions below in the comment section. And Lama Dawa, I'll get straight to it. How does one meditate? And just to give a little more context there, like eyes open and legs crossed, different things, like give me some understanding on how does one meditate.
Right. Well, it's the $1,000,000 question. There's a lot of ways to answer this. There's many ways to meditate. So this is not one size fits all. We have to find what's suitable and appropriate for ourselves and our situation. Having said that, there are some sort of standard guidelines that can help your meditation get traction and proceed nicely. So, of course, again, there's always exceptions because maybe somebody cannot sit comfortably on the ground. A chair is fine. The important thing is to feel comfortable, relaxed, and be in a place where you know you're not going to be interrupted for the 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes that you choose to meditate for. In the Buddhist tradition, generally speaking, the eyes are left open, but relaxed. There's reasons for that we can get into later. We generally, with exceptions, sit on the floor or on the ground, or a rug or carpet. Usually have some kind of cushion under your butt that helps elevate you a little bit and helps you straighten your spine, which is actually one of the key points, is having a straight spine as best you can. Have a sense of being present and upright, basically. It's kind of a dignified posture. You know, we're not slouching and we're not fidgeting. We are entering a space that is focused and relaxed and attentive. So anything that allows for that. It's nice to have a clean environment, maybe even an area of your room or your home that is reserved for this, that feels peaceful. I think the environment does matter. It's helpful. It's very supportive. Having a dedicated time of day, usually in the morning before the busyness of the day takes over, is very helpful for people. Have a cup of tea, have a cup of coffee. Sometimes it's good to do it even before you eat, just to have that sense of quietness. You know, you're starting your day off on the right foot, so to speak. So this is mental hygiene, like dental hygiene, like mental floss as opposed to dental floss. We're just having a space where we can relax and not be distracted. So it's pretty simple like that. Cross your legs however you like. Again, it's the idea is that crossed legs create for a stable kind of foundation. So when you're sitting, you feel stable. You're not going to fidget or be distracted by your body or pain in your body, that kind of thing. Then what matters the most is what are we actually doing on our mat, which is, again, there's many techniques, many styles. The basic, one of the most basic is we look at the breath. We watch the breath. We observe the breath. This means we're not creating further stories. The actual technique is to just be paying attention. It can be the breath. It doesn't have to be. It can be a candle on your shrine in front of you. It can be a flower. It can be a stone or a rock or a piece of wood. Usually something that's natural, that doesn't have a lot of stories attached to it. Something kind of neutral is very nice, because that is going to be your touchstone. That is going to be the object that we return to when we get distracted. So again, it can be something internal like the breath, which is very commonly used, or it can be something in front of us. So that's a personal choice, or if you're working with a teacher, they can help you decide maybe what's even most appropriate for you. But the idea is to be natural. So if you're watching your breath, you breathe naturally. There's nothing you have to do that's different. You just let everything kind of just come into a natural presence. And then you watch. And of course, we are all beginners. We're going to get distracted. We're going to start thinking about things from yesterday or this morning or things we're going to do later or whatever. We think about zillions of things. And as we're thinking about these things, they grab our attention and we lose our remembrance that we're here to be watching our breath or the flower in front of us. So the real technique is just developing the skill set of, okay, I was distracted. Just acknowledging it, just paying attention and being aware of the distraction, and then cutting it. Don't make further distraction by having a whole story about why you were distracted or it's not good or something like that. Just cut it off, come back to the breath or the flower, and essentially that's it. We are really just practicing, training our mind to drop the thought, drop the distraction, and come back. So this is about cultivating mindfulness. That's the term we usually use. We're being mindful of our breath, mindful of the flower. This can be something we can do for months or years. With time, with practice and experience, the mind gets less distracted. Thoughts get less intense, less urgent. Usually our thoughts, they're like tapping us on the shoulder saying, pay attention to me, look at me, I'm important. In meditation, we are taking back our life from our thoughts. Our thoughts no longer running the show. We are developing a kind of inner mastery of saying, I'm in charge here, and I'm choosing not to follow these thoughts, at least for this 10-minute period or however long. And that is developing those mental muscles of focus and concentration, or you can say non-distraction. So this is a very busy world. There's a zillion distractions and all kinds of responsibilities and things we have in our life. Meditation is giving ourselves permission to have a short timeout period of neutrality and not indulging all those thoughts.
Yeah, most of the time people tell me when they say they tried it and can't do meditation, and then I ask for the follow-up, what do you mean? What happens? And they tell me that their mind was racing. I'm like, that is exactly the point of practicing meditation, is that your mind is going to pull you into the future. It's going to pull you into thoughts of the past. This is what it does. That is, like you were saying, the mastery of mind is to get it to the present. The mindfulness, right? Being aware of the distraction is mindfulness. I wanted to, you can go ahead when you're going to say something.
I was going to just say that to add to that, Tal, is that the key is not to oppose our thoughts and get into a fight with our thoughts, or try to kind of do a battle with them and I'm going to get rid of you. It's actually more about just the thoughts can have their own dignity, if we can say that. Our thoughts can have their own dignity. We can allow them to be, but we're not indulging them, and we're just saying, okay, it's just not your time right now. And so we don't have to fight it. That creates even more problems or more mental tightness. So we're really developing a relaxed approach to the whole situation.
So I have one last follow-up for this. When you say watch the breath, can you describe what that means, please?
It means we are just watching it. We are not...
Well, I guess what I'm asking is, when you say watching it, you're saying like the nostrils and the lungs and the warmth of the breath and the exhaling and feeling it on your lips, or like I want to understand what you mean by it.
What I mean is simplicity. When I say watching it, that's as simple as we get. We don't have to start to think about, am I doing it right or wrong? And is it, should I do it this way or that way? Or should I focus here or focus there? We're just seeing it. When we breathe in, what it means, Tal, is when we're breathing in, we just notice. We're just observing. I'm breathing in. There's no story. It's not good or bad. We use the breath or a flower because they're emotionally neutral, which I think is a very important point. So that we don't have to, there's no story attached to the breath. It's not good or bad. It's just is what it is. So when we're breathing in, we just notice inhaling. When we exhaling, we just notice exhaling. There's no story beyond that. We're just watching it. And that's the skill that we're actually cultivating, is that ability to watch something without attaching a story or some sort of emotional charge or content to it. So it's a great question. It's a great question.
One of the things I believe you told me this once, the breath is used typically because it's always in the present.
It's emotionally neutral and it's always in the present. We cannot, by definition, be breathing in the past or in the future. We are breathing. That's what we're doing right now with our bodies.
Right. Makes sense. Well, thank you so much, Lama Dawa. Appreciate you. If you have any questions, please leave them below in the comments. We will answer them in future podcasts. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.
Thank you for watching Buddhist Daily. Please like, subscribe, and share the video with your friends and family.